I told myself I would never cry on the internet because I think that's so lame. But I just got our rent renewal thing for our apartment complex, and it's going up by $300 a month.
What's up, people? Welcome to another episode of The Red Pill. Renting an apartment has become so expensive that many people can't afford it anymore. With wages falling short of basic survival, life is becoming harder every day. Watch the video and let me know what you think in the comment below.
$300 for a one-bedroom apartment that is not updated in any sort of way. And our complex doesn't even have like nice amenities. Like, we have a tiny pool and a tennis court. Like, this is not a luxury apartment complex. We already pay, with all the fees and everything included, $2,000 a month, and now we're going to be paying $2,300 a month for this tiny apartment. And that's just so frustrating. I don't understand how people can live in this world anymore, and I just don't want to move again because that's so much work and more money, and it's stressful trying to find another place, and it's just so annoying. And now I feel like I need to get a new job, and I just got this job and I like it, but it's not paying me nearly what I need. And so now I'm gonna have to go through applying to jobs again, which I did for like a whole year plus until I found this job. So I'm gonna have to go through all of that again. It's just not fair.
Well, it's July 1st, and I am short on rent again. I'm a caretaker for a disabled child, and his family was supposed to pay me on Friday, and they did not. I sent them a reminder text because they frequently forget, and they have not acknowledged it, and I needed the bulk of that paycheck to pay my rent this month. I had a lot of extra expenses this month, so I needed like $500 of that paycheck to make my rent this month, and now I don't have it. And I know it's not that big of a deal. They'll probably remember in a day or two, and I won't even get a late fee till like the end of the week. But I just don't want to be in this position anymore. Like, I am so tired of living literally paycheck to paycheck. I'm so stressed all the time. I'm gonna have a heart attack before I turn 30. And now I don't know why I'm telling strangers on the internet that are just going to tell me that I'm fucking a failure or whatever.
Have landlords lost their minds? My roommate moved out a few months ago, so I currently live in a 2-bed, 2-bath by myself. And the price that I am paying for rent for a 2-bed, 2-bath with 2 parking spaces is the same amount of money I would be paying for a studio in Los Angeles, California. I feel like our whole perspective is warped because I hear people talking about, oh, I found a studio for $2,000. What a good deal. I just can't even process what is happening with rent costs in LA and also around the whole country. How is anybody affording rent? How?
Yeah, I was just wondering if you had any 2 bedrooms available.
Yes, ma'am. We have some ready for move-in as early as Monday.
All right, and how much do those go for?
$1,525 to $1,875,
How does it go from $1,500 to $1,800?
depending on the phase that you apply for.
Okay, so like the older ones and the newer ones.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, thank you. Well, now I know that it's raised for everyone, but that's ridiculous. That is way too much. And they're just raising the prices around here to get as much basic housing allowance from the military as possible, because we're right outside the base, and it only used to be $1,300 here. So why is it different now? People with money need more money, I guess. I guess that's what life is now. So I'm going to be looking for a new apartment soon. I'm already picking places where I want to live, and I'm going to have to get a different job. I'm going to have to uproot and just go because it's too expensive here, and that's my plan.
So how do we feel about renting a room in somebody else's house? Because I knew this was a thing, but I didn't know this was a big thing in my city. I'm talking big thing. You can literally go pay $700, $800 a month to go live in a room in somebody else's house. And I know sometimes it's out of necessity, but I just couldn't do it. I'd rather go live in the hood somewhere in a studio apartment for like $500 a month. I first found this out by one of my homeboys a few years ago when he told me he was living in a shared space. He's paying about $750 a month. I was like, okay, that don't sound super bad. It's like a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. He's sharing a bathroom with 2 other guys, and it's like, I don't know about sharing a bathroom with somebody I don't know. I remember specifically him being mad one day and him showing me a picture of his bathtub. Somebody left a hairball in it. I couldn't deal with somebody else's hairball, dog. I don't know. And there's some other factors, like on a lot of these shared spaces, you can't bring anybody else over. You gotta share the living space with everybody else, and you gotta share the kitchen with everybody else. I remember my homeboy was telling me everybody was eating out every day. That is not healthy. Nobody would take out the trash, nobody cleaning up anything. I just couldn't deal with it. I'd rather just live in a little rinky-dink little studio by myself. But you are saving money most of the time, and sometimes it can only be temporary. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Because realistically, rent is so high these days that some people don't have another option.
It's clear to me that landlords just don't want to rent to anybody who has kids or animals or a life whatsoever. I don't have kids, thank God, because if I did, honestly, my life would be a lot fucking worse than it already is. The landlords that I have spoken to when I've tried to get houses have always chose me and my boyfriend over the family. They'll say things like, yeah, we chose you guys over the single mother with kids because the kids, I heard them crying and screaming and we want somebody quiet. Or for the all-inclusive place we're at now, yeah, we chose you and your boyfriend over that family because we don't want to pay the extra water and hydro bills from them. Do you think this makes anybody want to have kids? It's hard enough having pets. Imagine having kids. They would you wouldn't even be able to get a house. Or you wouldn't be able to rent anywhere.
And this is the kitchen.
Okay, I like this unit. How much did you say rent was?
This unit is $5,000.
Oh no, I'm renting, not buying.
I know, $5,000 for rent, not including utilities.
Does it come with a family or?
If money is an issue, I can refer you to someone else.
Nah, money's not an issue. You said it was 5,000?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what's that, like 1,000, like 5 times or something?
That's how numbers work. So yes.
Yeah.
So the deposit will be $3,500, including first and last month's rent, plus the application fee, which brings you to about $17,000.
See, my real issue are these cabinets. Are these made of real wood?
No, sir.
See, there's a problem. I'm allergic to fake wood. Can't even touch it.
I'm sorry to hear that. I can show you more expensive units if you...
I'm parched. Do you have something to drink?
Here you go.
Thank you. So, tell me more about the neighbors.
Your closest neighbor is a lawyer.
Very nice.
And what do you do for work, sir?
Oh, well, I've had some experience in the legal system myself.
Oh, like a judge.
Yo, let me know what you think in the comment. Like, share, subscribe, and see you in the next one.